Good evening. In this video, I want to look at what the South was fighting for, their Constitution. This is from Lawrence Vance, the Constitution, the Confederate Constitution versus the U.S. Constitution. And as preface, he puts out here, we present here for your information the Constitutions of the Confederate States of America and the United States of America in parallel columns. One would naturally think that the two documents are totally different and propose two totally different kinds of government. However, the fact is that the Constitution of the Confederate States of America is almost word for word the same as the Constitution of the United States of America. Some of the major differences include one 6-year term for the president, a line item veto that all bills must contain their purpose in the title, thus eliminating the possibility of adding pork barrel projects, and a Bill of Rights contained within the document. It would seem then that the war for Southern independence, Lawrence is a neo-Confederate guy, was not against the Constitution and the government established, but against how the Constitution was being interpreted. See that? That's breaking. Oh, they interpret the Bible different, or in many cases violated. But see, Lawrence leaves out one crucial issue, one little difference that was in the Confederate Constitution that wasn't in the American Constitution. And you see that here. See, I got it marked here, and there's a big empty space here. You see how they lie, people? Here's the difference. What is that difference? In all such territory, the institution of Negro slavery, as it now exists in the Confederate States, shall be recognized and protected by Congress and by the territorial government, and the inhabitants of the several Confederate States and territories shall have the right to take to such territory any slaves lawfully held by them in any of the states or territories of the Confederate States. You know why it's not in the American Constitution? Because that was what the war was about. That was what the war was about. We weren't letting the people take the slaves where they wanted to go. And they made an issue, slavery. See, well, Blake also said about slavery, so it was never issue racial. Negro slavery? Negro slavery? Now, Vince's not going to tell you that. But there it is, people. Black and white. Breaker's not going to tell you that. He's got to go up, read his blog, and talk about those nasty abolitionists were coming down there and, you know, and lying about this, how the slaves were treated and blah, blah, blah. And this was going to fight about this, was going to fight about slavery. There you go. There's your Confederate Constitution compared to the American Constitution. And this is why difference also why the King James Bible didn't use the word slave for New Testament Christians. He used the word servant. So what does Breaker do and Buckman do and all these guys do? Oh, it was me slave. No, it doesn't mean servant. But there you go. I'll repeat it again. Amazing, huh? There's the cause of the war, the expansion. Will the southern states be allowed, southern people be allowed to take the slaves wherever they want to go? Expand into the territories. That was the issue. That's why they rejected Lincoln when he got elected. They said, oh no, Lincoln said, we're not letting you expand anymore into this. And he said, oh no, we're going to expand where we're going to go. That was the issue. And they can blow smoke all they want, but this was the central issue of why they seceded. And they wrote it into their Constitution that Negro slavery would be allowed to go anywhere the Confederate States went. Now, who's lying to you? Which system would you fight for, people, today? Which system would you defend? Would you defend this system? That they might take Negro slavery? That's what he wants to. That's what he wants to tell you. He wants to say, "Oh, yeah, you know, that was legitimate." Now, a lot of people weren't fighting for this. They were fighting basically to protect the home. They didn't understand all of this. But then the leaderships, they understood what was going on. And you look at historians and say, which side would you be on? Knowing all the facts. So let's go ahead and put this up. As Blakey continues to spread his lies. As the whole PBI movement, they all believe this junk. Reed Hoffman, he's got the footnotes in there too. Defending this nonsense. It was a war for Southern liberty, blah, 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 you know, and the slaves were, you know, all well treated and everything was fine. And, you know, that was all Northern propaganda. And the underground railroad, that didn't exist. People, what are you talking about? Oh, these people just saying we're just mean. Everyone, they use what every slave owner was mean. I didn't say every slave owner was mean. But enough for more. Enough for more. I'm going to stop to put this to show you. Here's Lawrence Vance. He even pointed out the essential difference. The issue of the war was always Southern expansion. They wrote it in their Constitution that Negro slavery, not just slavery. See, when Breaker wants to talk about slavery, he always leaves out that little part of Negro. And that's what the Confederates were fighting for, to expand Negro slavery. They're one of the white people. Wait a minute, we'll hold off on that. For Negroes, okay. Let's stop, put this up. Amen, thank you.